Alright, so it's 6:39. We have just pulled up to a house. We are here to pick up an arcade unit, and I'm waiting on Emceemur and his neighbor to help pick it up because it's super heavy. But I called him in as backup, but little does he know the captain's about to buy him an arcade. There's a long history with this machine he has. I think you guys need to know it. It's a great story.
When you wanna go, when you wanna know what's going down, you can count. CaptnRetro, it's the CaptnRetro Show. CaptnRetro, it's the CaptnRetro Show.
Be on camera, you just talk.
The steering column has its own isolation transformer.
Okay.
So it's pushing like 220 volts just to the mechanism. You really got to be careful if you try to change the potentiometer or take it apart.
Right.
It's kind of like discharging the monitor. So, but other than that, you know, it boots it. You want to plug it in?
Sure.
But we can.
But we can find a new leather boot for that stick.
Get some extra light here. And I have it on dolly, so we can just push it out.
Cool. I guess there's no key for the back end, you just got it drilled into place.
It's screwed in there, I think.
And this comes off too? Or this whole piece comes apart, or what?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where you can access the monitor, and then this is
Okay,
all the
for the
computer
game board.
When I got it, here's a funny thing. When I got it, and I first turned it on, you know, the monitor came up and everything was played for a while, and then the monitor would go up. And we said, what the hell is going on here? So I took the back off. There was an entire nest on top of the chassis board. So I took my shop back in there and cleaned it up, and then hasn't been an issue since. Oh, I think there's an on-off button here.
He was coming, I live in Loganville, and he's coming from Statham, but again, we're gonna
Statham?
pull him from Statham, and that
Okay.
may be him, but he said his neighbor was a big, strong guy.
Okay.
I said, well, good, bring him, because we're gonna need him.
Let me try it. Let me move this.
But yeah, I sent him the picture of it last night, and I was like, hey man, do you want this thing? I'd help you go get it if you want it. And he's like, let me talk to the wife. You know what I mean? So that went like an hour and a half conversation about that. And then today I was like, come on man, you want to do this thing? And you want to do it? And he's like, I guess, let me try and make some room in the garage. So he went to all that trouble. And I've just been kind of like letting him sweat on it, you know, like, we might not be able to get it, man. I don't know if it's going to be there or not. This guy's he's not answering my questions. So it's going to be fun to trick him.
What is this decompressed? Generic air here.
It's just generic. Just unpacking them graphics.
No, wait a minute. That's never happened before. Let me turn it up.
That's because I'm here. I get new errors every time I do one. I bought a Terminator 2 machine from a guy that it was working in the picture he took.
Yeah.
It was working when I walked in the doorway and I touched the button. When I hit the damn one player start button, it like shut down. And I was like, ooh, that's nice.
What could have happened to this is because we had it picked up like that. One of the connectors, something could have
Come undone.
in the back there.
Right. I saw the pictures of it, working.
Yeah.
And obviously the screen's lighting up and it's connected to the cables correctly.
It's probably one of those friggin' things that popped out of there. I don't think that's...
Now, does it have rumble and shit built into the steering feature or anything like that? Like
I don't know.
force feedback? Because I was thinking, saying
don't know,
when you
honestly.
crash in the game, if that's what's throwing the steering wheel back off, if there's a rumble feature that's not rumbling correctly or something's, misfiring into like an actual motorized thing
I honestly don't know.
to not let you get it back on track. But I like it. I like the, is this just peeling? Is that an actual crack? Yeah, there's an actual crack in there.
It's just like...
I like that. Yeah.
And I can take a look at this real quick.
We can redo all that stuff and get some actual tint. I like the scratches though. It looks like the car's been through the apocalypse.
Well, this is a really old game, man.
Yeah.
This is like late 70s.
My guess would have been like 83, 84,
It might be.
but there might be something on it that says
Yeah, I looked. It wasn't.
a year. I know we had it on the Genesis when I was a kid. We used to have like a home version of it, called Hard Driving.
Yep. I remember playing this when I was a kid.
And doing the loop-de-loop was always fun, and trying to not hit the barn.
Yeah, I remember playing this thing in the arcade, actually.
Yeah, I'm 40 years old. I played it in the arcade. Did a lot of this, a lot of NFL Blitz when it first hit.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat.
My parents
Street
actually
Fighter.
owned a haunted house pinball machine
Oh, nice.
when I was growing up.
With the bottom floor thing
Yeah.
that you see through glass. And the
So
little
that
area.
is my all-time favorite pinball machine. And I've had a bunch of them. Just every time I get one, someone comes over and wants to offer me a
Wants to buy it.
shitload of money for it. Charlotte? We're waiting for his buddy to show up to load this bitch.
I hear people talking. I think they're here.
Just push these in. We're gonna see what happens. But it's all original.
Yeah, it's doesn't look like a hack job. Looks like a factory job.
Hello. Back in the back there.
Hey, buddy.
Well, this is out here.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Cold out here tonight.
Look how cool this
Little
thing
nippy.
is.
Well, it is beautiful. It brings back a lot of memories, I'll tell you what.
He also builds multicades if you're looking to buy something like that in the future.
Well, I hope you have a business card, sir, because I am looking to do that.
You got something on your head here. What is this?
I don't know. I've been digging around in my garage. Creepy crawling critters.
I got a used to be a mill feed cabinet
Wow.
that has been converted to a chopper, and then I converted it to a multicade.
I was gonna say that. I thought that looked like a millipede or a kind of like a Tron, but the Tron's a little bit
Yeah.
different.
But
I
I
guess.
kept the chopper board in there, so if you're done playing the multicade, you want to play chopper, take
Swap
the
it
harness
back
off and
out.
just plug it right in. Yeah.
Very cool.
Beaut. I love
The Atari speaker box, yeah. What's up, man? I'm Kevin.
I'm Lance.
Yeah,
to
Lance
meet
is
you.
my neighbor. I don't know if you'd ever met him while you were.
Don't think so.
We go way back to sixth
So
grade.
we
I'm
just
Bill, by the way.
Andy Murray.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Lance.
Lance, how are you?
we just tried to turn it on, but it had some issues. He had a guy try to come get it yesterday, day before, and they had tilted it up to put it on the trailer, and then the guy didn't think he could lift it, and they couldn't get it up, and the guy left it here basically. So he wasted a lot of time of this gentleman's time
Magic
yesterday.
fingers, man. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Is it going?
Yeah, you got to go through the initialization.
And you got to like calibrate the wheel every time you
Yeah.
start it right now, but we can get all that fixed. Those are issues that are probably a battery
Well, I was
issue.
10 years old the last time I did this, so.
You want to tell them the story about this game and you?
Yeah, I was playing this in an arcade, and my father was watching me. Again, I was 10 years old, and he thought it would be wise to go and have a real driving lesson after the fact, as of how well I was doing here. And we ended up at the bottom of a 15-foot deep retention pond in a church parking lot and waiting on a wrecker to come pull us out. So a lot more trouble than 25 cents could fix,
That's
I can
funny.
tell you that.
That is the greatest story I'd ever
But
heard.
yeah, true story. So this takes me back. It does. And we're going to try not to wreck the car on the way home this time.
Take all your hands off the controls and turn the key.
It wants me to do some pot first.
Okay. Initialize pot controls.
Yeah,
Pot
it
inputs.
tells you about that. Slump some pot and then play.
Take your hands and feet off all controls and turn the key.
Oh,
Yeah, just let go real quick. There you go.
Initialize steering limits. Turn wheel counterclockwise as far as it will go, then turn key.
and then turn key.
Now let it go. Now turn it clockwise as far as it will
So
go.
it's calibrating.
Yeah, you're
it.
calibrating your steering.
See, but this is where it's off. I mean, there could be a potentiometer in there.
Right. He said it was having issues, like if you get in a wreck, it was kind of hard to get the steering control back. So, again, things to look at, things to fix. It'll be a fun project.
Initialize shifter limits.
You gotta put it in reverse and then turn the key.
Okay. I wish I
Reverse is front, down, left.
front. Down. Yeah, you can tell I can drive a stick.
This.
Oh, it's telling
Yeah, it's
me
down
right
there.
there. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah, they're not going
And
to be able
then
to
turn
shift a
key
gear.
and release.
Then again, neither could my mother. She refuses to learn.
Yeah,
She's
I've
one of
made it
those.
this far.
She can't drive a stick.
Put transmission in third and then turn key again. Move seat full forward. There we go.
Doesn't give you any room.
Squish
Turn
yourself
key
to death.
and release.
Now you go all the way back to the
Move
side.
fully back to the side.
This is the coolest thing about it right here.
Yeah, the captain's chair is pretty
Yeah,
dope. I would actually
yeah.
put that in my living room and just kind of watch TV off of it.
Now step on the brake firmly and release.
It's the middle one if you got a clutch down there. Just know that.
Yeah, just release it.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Maybe I didn't press it firmly.
It's calibrating some
Ah,
stuff. there.
thank you. See, it's even polite.
Initializing shifter.
Oh,
Here
that's
comes the
it.
game load.
I know you
Is
have
it
to
on
add some-
free play or is it
No,
you actually
have
got to put credit in?
Add some credits on it.
Okay. So open the coin door down there if you want to pull it open towards you there, and there should be like a little spring down near the. That looks like it right there. Let me get to it. Down here, where the coin comes through.
There you go.
Just throw it some credits.
Not sure how you did that, but okay.
I'll show you when we.
All right, so
Get
we're
it
ready
to
to
the
go
hizzle.
here.
Yep.
Turn the key to start.
Choose your car.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. Do you just turn the key when you pick one, or you hit the?
You
Yeah,
hit
you
your
just
gas
turn
or
the
you
key
turn the
one.
key, one of the two.
Start.
There you go.
Prepare for the race. 2-lap buddy race.
Beat the other player, senseless.
Oh, so you can link these up like
Yeah.
Cruising USA
Yeah.
machines or whatever, and play 3 or 4 people together. That'd be cool.
There you go.
Although this
Alright.
game's terrible and it's hard, but that's the fun of it.
Now, turn the key again.
It's race driving.
Push clutch while starting. I think it wanted me to do that.
Yeah, just like a real car.
Oh, there you go.
Probably should put
It's
it.
that.
You gonna jump that? You gonna jump that clutch, boy? You got it in first gear.
Push clutch.
You got it in third gear. What are you doing? You
Oh,
don't-
yeah.
This guy don't know how to drive.
One you ended up in the ravine.
There you go. Now give it some. Lay off the clutch and give it some gas.
Yeah, you're still. I
don't think you got it started.
I don't think you're in first gear.
You're not even idling.
It says I am.
It's in first gear,
Oh,
but
is
you
it?
got to start the key again. Turn the key to start. Push the
Push
clutch
clutch.
while you're doing that.
Okay.
All right, it's now we got some RPMs. Now lay off the clutch and
Okay.
give it some gas, and you gotta watch your RPMs. Get ready to change gears. Change gear. You're in the red. You're gonna blow up.
I'm in neutral.
No wonder you wrecked your dad's car when you were 10 years old.
Yeah, he insisted on manual transmission. He was not a automatic man.
Yeah, it's okay. When I was 16, my father decided he was gonna buy me a brand new Volkswagen Golf, and they did not have the color he wanted on the lot, so he bought where he. They gave him a Jetta to like let me take home, and then they were gonna get
They
the
were
car
fast,
in.
man. Those Jettas were
And
fast.
it had a clutch, and it was the first time I'd ever driven a clutch, and I burned the clutch out of a rental Jetta before my brand new car came in. So, but at least I learned how to do it.
Yeah.
It was like the loaner they gave us until the right color car
There's
came
the
in.
Hot Wheels loop. So does it make sound or does it?
You know, the sound is intermittent on it. It came in and out.
We'll
I never
get
got
all
past
that
it.
handled. I'm
Oh,
sure
that's right.
it's just a loose connection or something. We
I
can
never
again.
got past this point.
This is gonna be a fun little project, buddy. It'll give me a reason to keep bugging you over at your house.
Well, you're always welcome. Yeah, my dad was a manual man, but he did 2 tours in Nam. I was a dork.
You've been disqualified.
Well, yeah. She runs, doesn't she?
She does. And apparently it's as heavy as can be. So
Oh, it's
good to know.
It's happy.
Well,
You know, I had that guy come over the other day and he wanted to buy it. He showed up in a minivan.
Yeah.
to
Minivan.
pick it up. And I asked him, I go, man, my wife had all she could do to hold me back from choking this guy out. So then he goes and he rents a U-Haul. Comes back with a U-Haul.
A U-Haul
We-
truck,
I
not a
had,
van.
Yeah, I had a
Not
pickup
a
truck?
over.
No, a truck. A van, big
oh
truck.
yeah,
Like
food
a
truck, yeah.
box
So
truck.
we picked it up, got it halfway on the gate. And he says, man, I'm not going to be able to get this out. I'm going to have to pass on it.
Yeah.
And you know, with all that hassle.
At a certain
and shit-
point, you're in it to win it.
Yep.
Well, you know, I kind of feel like maybe it's meant to stay.
It
here.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be.
You know, I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to sell it now.
Oh, shut up. It's gone.
Yeah, I
And
don't know.
seriously, once we just got it plugged in, it's working. Now he wants it.
Yeah.
That's what happens, Andy.
Well, you know, it's your machine, and I can understand if it's
Oh.
not something you want to part with. I'm not gonna scream and yell, but yeah, I'll be glad to give it a good home. Yeah,
Did you stop by the ATM?
I did, but money can go back in the bank too.
Yeah, you can use the money for a Christmas present.
Yeah, that's cool because I bought it for you. Merry Christmas. You just got your first arcade machine.
It's all yours, man.
Yeah,
Love
man.
it.
Yeah, he's still trying.
I was trying to. I thought, I mean, if you're really having the second thought, I mean, I would.
Keep your cash in. That was
I'm one of the
well
people
played,
who
buddy. That was
completely understand that.
Aha! The captain strikes again.
Chat with him in the basement.
Yeah. Those aren't good chats. I'm married.
Yeah, it's cool. Your money's no good here.
Yeah, no one will ever say you're.
Got a real nice monitor in there.
It does. It looks clean, and again,
To be as old as this game
all the
is.
little issues will be something else to learn and how to fix. And once we fix it, we'll
Now,
feel
a funny thing, when I
accomplished,
first
you know?
tried to turn it on and it came up to turn the key, couldn't get the key to move.
Oh, really?
So I sprayed that sucker down like 3 times with WD-40, and then I took a pair of channel locks, and I finally loosened it up.
Really?
I think this button over here is probably going to need the same thing, but I didn't go through the hassle of taking the control panel out. But you know, it's just been sitting. The guy I got this from, they're sitting in storage for 7 years,
Oh, wow.
and
Is it actual screws in there, or is it some kind of hex nut type
to
of thing?
be honest
underneath?
with you, I have no idea.
Probably.
But
probably like
I
a
will
hex
tell
nut.
you this though, he has about 15 other games, but they're all classics. He's got like a.
That's what this man's all about. Is the
Yeah, that-
Ataris in that
yeah.
age.
He's got is it an Atari Afterburner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or-
Yeah, he's got one of those.
Maybe Sega. Sega made that. I
Sega.
think, yeah.
Well,
Well, it's definitely an oldie.
the problem is he's got him in a warehouse, and his partner does what the hell are they? Upholstery machines, but they're like 20 feet long and 30 feet wide. And his partner's got a machine in front of the games that he can't get the games out yet. So as soon as he gets that situated, then he's going to sell me all those games. But he's got some classics in there.
I definitely have a buddy looking for original Galaga, and he wants a Miss Pac-Man. Like he
Yeah,
wants
he's
OGs
got
of
those in
so.
there. I know that for a fact.
I know another person in Monroe that's sitting on a Mortal Kombat 2 and a Miss Pac-Man right now that's in the back of their old shop, and it's under a bunch of junk, and it hadn't been
Yeah.
turned on yet, and they don't know if it works. And I've been haggling with him for a year trying to get it, but sooner or later, I'll
want
dig it out of that shop.
I want a
you
Mortal
know?
Kombat 5.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know,
Or the Ultimate 3. I'd like an
Well,
Ultimate
the
3.
Japanese cabinet that you can actually fold down.
Yeah,
to
the
a
candy
tabletop.
cabs. Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool.
Okay, well,
Well, Bill, we appreciate it,
hey,
man.
no problem,
And-
man.
Yeah, man. This it's gonna have a good home.
Let's see if y'all can get this thing in that truck.
Oh, we can get it.
You say that now.
Well,
I like the look on her face was classic too.
I was over here
She
trying
had
to
no
pick
idea.
it up the other day.
She was like, "No, you're not. That's not staying in the
No,
garage
that's
any
not-
longer." I like it.
Come out.
Yeah, we should have told her.
Yeah, we should have let her in on it, but it was even better. It was 2 stunned faces.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
it
guys
was
are
going.
sitting, oh shit, we just drove all this way for nothing.
Well,
I'm like her. Well, I'm easy to get
can,
along with.
I can imagine that would have been a lot of people's reaction, but if you really had second thoughts, I couldn't have blamed you.
See, personally, I wouldn't have gone that far. I would have said, get your ass out here, we're going to settle this right now. Drive this far.
We're gonna fight over this.
All right,
in the
I've got it
parking
on
lot.
roller
All right.
so we can get
You, I'll definitely compensate you for your troubles tonight.
Thank you. That's all I need.
Man with a hand truck. Always good to have a good neighbor. We have it delivered. We are here in the Murr garage with a little Murr playing the game.
You can run into the barn. Yeet the barn.
Look out for that barn.
What
Look out for the loop
is-
unit. The loop unit's the best part. You might have to start the car again. Yep. Every time you wreck. There you go. So cool.
Yeah.
So you like it?
Oh, it's a thing of true and absolute beauty.
Look how cool that is.
Atari games.
License plate. We gotta get you some tea molding, do a little bit of work, wood repair.
Little
Nothing too
Carnauba,
much.
little
Little Carnauba
Carnauba
wax.
up here.
Some new stickers. You know, get it cleaned up. I bet they sell, like I said, I bet they sell decals for this thing if you want to replace this whole decal. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm prepared to make this my life's work, man. Whatever has to be done.
And we'll get you a new lock for the back. Right now, you just gotta undrill it. You know, you got it drilled in place, but we can get you a lock that'll hold that door on. That don't take nothing to fix.
It's an incredible thing.
It was pretty cool.
It's just absolutely incredible.
Well, heck yeah, man! Merry Christmas.
Thank you. It's just it's tough to take it all in at once. And it's a generational thing, you know. I'm watching.
Did the trick work on you? Did you actually think for a second that he was like for legit not gonna sell it to you?
Yeah, and I was serious with if he was really getting choked up about it, like he was letting on to be out. Hey, it's okay. Because I mean, I would understand. I know a lot of people would be, but you know, and they would have been right
I
to do so.
I
but-
almost pulled that card. I almost acted like the guy who was going to be butthurt about it. Like I was going to yell at him about it. But I was like, no, I'm just going to let it play for a second.
And then if I'm being 100 with you,
Oh, dang.
I was really
crash.
concerned about us moving this, that somebody was going to lose a testicle or something. So if he had said no, I'd have just taken y'all out to dinner and we'd have called it a night or something.
Heck yeah. Well, he didn't
And
say
I still
no.
need to do that,
He had
but-
already sold it to me. I just had no way to help move it, so I had to bring in the
Look at the cow. You the cow.
what do
you
they
the
call it?
cow.
The victim. I had to bring the victim in on the score.
When we get sound, they'll.
Oh,
When we get sound, they'll move when you
Yeah,
hit them.
the cow will move at you.
To be continued.
So awesome. What do you think, Molly?
Bill Hicks used to die laughing every time I would hit a cow. He would